Yes.
Johan Farr landed in Calgary in 2008 to complete his Bachelor of Engineering in Biotechnology. Johan's goal was to provide the Canadian consumer with authentic German beer made from recipes far away. In 2015,
Gentlemen, we need to talk about your health. If you or someone you know has been diagnosed with prostate cancer, then you know it's difficult, both physically and emotionally. But remember, you are not alone. It's crucial to ask the right questions and to play an active role when discussing your options with your doctor. Gentlemen, it's time you take control of your health and ask about treatment options that are suitable for you. Go to crucialrehearsal.ca to answer a few short questions and download a personalized script to guide your next conversation with your doctor. Check it out.
DoorDash. Dash that delicious and nutritious. Dash that savory and sweet. Get $0 delivery fees on your first order. DoorDash. Dash that.
What do you see when you see you? Your own place? With your own groceries? We want to help you build the credit to do it. You've got this. We've got you. Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Folks, and welcome back to continuing coverage of the ATB Financial Okotoks Curling Classic, live from Okotoks, Alberta. Curling live with you once again, John Cullen alongside two-time Scotties champion Chelsea Carey. And we're going to get right to the action here. It is an A final between Team Kevin Cooy and Team Reid Carruthers. You can see we already have rocks in play, and Chelsea, I'm expecting this is going to be a great game.
Yeah, you'd have to think so. I mean, both these teams somewhat new, but also both having a pretty good start so far. Yep. And Reid having lost the final in a really close game last weekend. They're coming in on a bit of a hot streak, and Kevin Cooy is still Kevin Cooy. We all know what he's capable of, and really excited to see how his new team gels as well.
Yeah, it's our first look at the brand new Team Kevin Cooy for the season. Obviously, they had two games yesterday, but neither of them were streamed. So our first look at them, and as you said, Chelsea, Reid Carruthers is their second tournament of the year, and had a great run last weekend, losing the final to Schwaller in the Leduc Alberta Curling Series Major there. And a big matchup in world ranking-wise as well. Reid Carruthers currently ranked number 7 in the world. Kevin Cooy ranked number 10. So two of the top-ranked teams in this tournament and in the world, and I'm sure we'll see some great action out here today.
Slow and easy. Whoa. Almost normal.
Close. Clean.
Almost normal.
Whoa. Curl. 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 Try to get it in. Try to get it in.
Whoa.
Wait, whoa. Good.
Great shot.
So Reid Carruthers starting the game with hammer, covered the pin and the draw to the button. So they're currently sitting have 2 and 3 in the house. Cooey sitting 1 without the hammer here, as Brad Thiessen looks to make a double.
Clean. Good weight. Yep. Hard.
Oh, that's not the weight for a double.
Yep.
My bad. Hit and roll.
Whoa. Tyler. Yep. Good toss. Shot.
Nice shot there from Brad.
Throw.
This Carruthers team, Chelsea, a bit of a reunion of sorts from the team that made the 2006 Manitoba final. Reid, Jason Gundlickson, and Derek Samogolski all playing on that team, losing that final to Jeff Stoughton.
Yeah, you just need the good release there. I like that
absolutely.
Ice.
It's a familiar combo for them, which is great. And then Connor Negevan having played with Gunnar the last few years, it's a new team.
Weight's
It
good.
doesn't feel new in a lot of ways to them, I'm sure.
Weight's
which
really good.
Sometimes is a big advantage early in the season when everyone is playing on brand new teams, when you have that level of familiarity between a bunch of players.
Absolutely, yeah. This is the...
Whoa.
Jason sounds like he's having a stroke
He's
out there.
working real hard,
it's only
which
the
is great.
first end, Jason. You can't be making noises like that. But, this is the 12th season that Derek Samogolski and Reid Carruthers have played together. So, as you said, Chelsea, a lot of familiarity there, at least between those two. And we saw some of that yesterday, too, with Team Horgan. You know, obviously the Horgan brothers have played together for a while, and you know, just even those little Team Botcher with Hebert and Kennedy, just even those little connections can help so early in a season.
For sure, and we're going to see it here with Team Cooy as well, with Kark and Brad, of course, very well known to everybody, having played with Brendan Botcher for the last number of years, but, you know, a very established front end that know each other very well, so that will help sort of jumpstart Team Cooy, just because they've played together for so long and are such a great front end duo.
Bit of an adjustment for Gunner to have to go from sweeping to throwing. I'm sure he'll need a little time to get used to that.
Middle.
For sure, but maybe one of the more high energy people you could ever hope to meet, so that's probably fairly capable.
That's definitely true, yeah.
Yep.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Close!
Whoa.
Close,
Curl.
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 Curl a bit!
Curl.
Ah. Okay.
Good shot.
We're in
So
it.
double made for Jason Gunlickson and rolls that yellow onto the rings.
It's got to be biting, hey?
Team Cooey this year playing out of the Glencoe Curling Club in Calgary, Alberta. Skip is Kevin Cooey, third Tyler Tardy, second Brad Thiessen, and lead Karek Martin.
Was that board, sorry?
Control.
Tyler Tardy, of course, from my home province of British Columbia.
There you go. That's the import. Kevin, actually the only one that lives in Calgary, but has played out of the Glencoe for quite a long time. If you ever get a chance to go there, I highly recommend it, and you will see quite a few of his banners on the wall.
Yeah, beautiful club in Calgary. I've been there myself.
Clean.
I did comedy there
Curl, clean.
like 5 years ago.
Curl,
Nice.
curl, curl.
It was pretty good.
Curl, 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 curl.
It's not a bad place to be, that's for sure.
I don't know if the members liked it or not, but we did it.
Yeah.
It happened.
Anything
Yeah, it
over,
happened.
hook it a bit.
So that one will stay out of the ring. So an opportunity here for Jason Gunlickson to get behind the corner guard with 3 Carruthers stones still to come.
This is
Yeah,
close.
85. I think you guys can do a little bit. But you did no sweeping on that, and we were still there. Yeah. I think just one more broom ice, maybe? Just a little bit. Lean it, Hale. Just
Easy
lean it,
line.
Lean it.
Room. Room.
Always Derek.
Derek's rock.
Always Derek.
Curl
Try to
go.
do everything.
Curl.
Curling everything.
Curl.
Everything.
Curl. Keep going.
Everything. Both.
Keep
yeah.
going. Gotta go the whole way. Keep going, boys. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Go, go, go.
Derek Samagalski trying to finish it, but it's a little over half open here down from the end we're sitting at, just behind the hack.
Yeah, try and roll. That looked like a curl.
It did, yeah. Yeah, love that.
So our first look at Kevin Cooey here as he looks to make a play on this yellow one that's about half buried.
Easy, easy, easy.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Close. Yep.
Curl, curl,
Close. Curl.
curl.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Nice roll there from Kevin Cooey. It is a little bit open on the
With it being a little bit open for Reed is if you miss it a little bit tight, you could always tick that red rock in, and then all of a sudden you're forced, which I guess is the case if you miss this run back as well. But this looks like the easier option to me. Really nice shot there by Kevin Cooey.
Smooth, boys.
So Reed Carruthers looking for the run back with his first here in the first.
Well,
Curl!
Curl.
Ball,
Yellow,
shoot
yellow,
her, shoot her,
yellow.
shoot her. Shoot her off.
And it won't quite curl enough, so Kevin Cooy lying one without the hammer here in the first.
Just kicked high.
Yeah, I think so.
Probably dead even.
We've heard Reed Carruthers say there that he just kicked high, which means he just slid a little bit full.
First stocks, he's probably just going to follow your draw down. But yeah. I think I'd rather see him draw now.
You just don't want to be here.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
unmissable. So either just in front or
Yeah, okay.
take lots of ice.
So you heard some of the conversation there. Sounds like Tyler Tardy and Kevin Cooy would prefer Reed to have to draw on his last one. So they're trying to put this one in a spot where it maybe forces him to do that.
Yeah, I think the first priority for them is to not leave a double for the blank. But if they can leave this a little bit higher in the house so that, well, A, it takes away the double for the blank, but B, it means that Reed Carruthers can't hit that wide right-hand rock on the nose, then he'll either have to play hit and roll or throw a draw. So somewhere in the full 8, maybe just biting the 4-foot, but no deeper than that here for Kevin Cooy.
So the last stone here for Kevin Cooy in the first. Already lying one and looking to make it a pair.
Line's
Play
good.
the weight. Line's never an issue. Where are you going?
Okay, back here then.
Okay, go back forward.
Okay,
Back
line's
forward
good
and curl.
for it. Curl a hair.
Bite back
Line's
forward.
good.
Bite back
Looks there,
forward.
looks there, looks there. Grind. Nice shot, Kev. Good judge, guys.
So the audible there, because the weight was all there on its own. So again, just trying to put it in a place where the double for the blank is a tough shot, and it probably does make Reed Carruthers look at the draw because he can't nose this outside one.
That looks good to me, yeah.
They did just see Kevin throw this, so they would have taken probably a hog-to-hog time on that, a long time, and sweepers probably were watching how it came down in the house, how it ran, that kind of thing. So should have a pretty good idea of the speed here.
So final stone here for Reed Carruthers. Needs to find the button here, facing two Kevin Cooy counters.
Lots of room early. No backing. No backing at all.
Not a lick yet from Negevin and Samagalski.
It looks good. That wouldn't be sweeping it, but it looks good. Nice ramp.
And it comes to that back red one for the single point. So Kevin Cooy, mission accomplished, gets the hammer in the second end. We'll be right back.
What do you see when you see you? Some new to you wheels, maybe? We want to help you build the credit to do it. You've got this. We've got you. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
What does 1800 tequila taste like? It tastes like victory. 1800, the world's most awarded tequila.
Gentlemen, we need to talk about your health. If you or someone you know has been diagnosed with prostate cancer, then you know it's difficult, both physically and emotionally. But remember, you are not alone. It's crucial to ask the right questions and to play an active role when discussing your options with your doctor. Gentlemen, it's time you take control of your health and ask about treatment options that are suitable for you. Go to crucialrehearsal.ca to answer a few short questions and download a personalized script to guide your next conversation with your doctor. Check it out.
DoorDash is the official on-demand delivery platform of the Toronto Blue Jays. Delicious is on deck. Get $0 delivery fees on your first order. DoorDash. Dash that. Dash that delicious with DoorDash and Boston Pizza. For a limited time, get $10 off your order of $40 or more. So you can dash that craving with some serious saving. Dash that weekend to weeknight with DoorDash.
Johan Farr landed in Calgary in 2008 to complete his Bachelor of Engineering in Biotechnology. Johan's goal was to provide the Canadian consumer with authentic German beer made from recipes far away. In 2015,
Hello, curling fans. Welcome back. Continuing coverage of the ATB Financial Okotoks Curling Classic. We got a great look at the roof. A lot of solar panels up there. I don't know. That's good. I feel like I don't associate Alberta with solar power, so it's nice. It's nice to see. John Cullen alongside Chelsea Carey as we're here for this A final between Reid Carruthers and Kevin Cooy. And Chelsea, a nice start for Kevin Cooy there in the first end, kind of in control the whole way and forcing Reid into a medium difficulty draw in his last one for a single.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be the start that Kevin Cooy was looking for. It looks like it might be a blank for a little while there, but slight miscue on the run back by Reid and gave Kevin the chance to kind of split the rings and make sure there was no double for the blank. He made no mistake. And Reid with a really nice draw. Not surprising after we saw him cover the pin with his draw in practice, but definitely the start that Kevin Cooy would have wanted. Hammer back in the even ends.
Gaining up a hair, maybe.
So as we said, this is our first look at the new Team Kevin Cooy, with Brendan Botcher's old front end of Martin and Thiessen and three-time Canadian junior champion and two-time world junior champion Tyler Tardy at third. And it'll be interesting, I think, for me, Chelsea, to see how Tyler sort of maybe handles this, I guess, step up, you could say, in up the sort of competitive curling ladder. Obviously, he's had some success since leaving junior, lost a BC final in 2020, but he's, he hasn't necessarily got himself fully into the top levels of the men's game, and I'm excited to see how this partnership with Kevin works out over the course of the year.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be fun to watch. Tyler Tardy, obviously, if you paid any attention to his junior career, he's a bit of a phenom in the curling realm, but hasn't had quite the level of success in men's that we maybe would have thought he might. But it's hard. It's a hard transition. So coming onto a more experienced team, playing with the front end like Brad and Clark, who have been there and done that with just about everything, and Kevin Cooy obviously has done pretty much everything there is to do in curling. So lots to learn for Tyler Tardy, but I also think his temperament will be really good for Kevin Cooy, because that's, we've all joked in the past about Kevin Cooy's teams being in trouble with the clock and all those things, and he's had a lot of really opinionated, really strong personality players, and Kevin himself is a little bit quieter. He's not kind of that way. So Tyler, to me, matches with Kevin a bit, that I think could be really good. We'll see how it plays out, but I think you're going to see less discussions from this team than we've seen on Kevin Cooy's teams in the past, which I think will play well for Kevin's confidence.
Yeah, I agree. I think that was something that I thought about when I saw this team come together, too. It's almost like for Kevin, he gets to turn the volume knob down a little bit. For sure. Tyler's a pretty even-keeled guy, that's for sure. And the front end, too.
Exactly.
They're both pretty quiet guys as well and even-tempered. So, yeah, it's going to be fun to see how they all mesh. But I agree. I think it's, at least on paper, I think a combo that Kevin will enjoy, and I think Tyler's ready for the step up, and he's throwing third now too, so that's maybe a little bit less pressure, and doesn't have to make all the shots as the skip, and as you said, Kevin has certainly made all of those shots as a multiple-time Brier champion and Olympic trials champion, and the list goes on and on. So yeah, I think it'll be a productive, if maybe strange pair, you could say.
Yeah, it'll be fun to watch, I think. And the other thing that's maybe a little bit underrated about Tyler Tardy, who's skipped pretty much his whole life, is he's a really good sweeper. So the transition to third, as far as having to learn to sweep, I don't think he'll really need to do that. I've played mixed doubles against him, and he is very good already. I'm sure there's still some learning to do, but the learning curve isn't as steep as it might be for a lot of career skips to step into that sweeping role, which, you know, doesn't seem like a big deal, but it really can be. So, yeah, I think it'll be a fun combo.
Yeah. Tight guard, just in.
Okay, go ahead.
So a good start to the end
Line's
here.
good.
Lots of rocks in
Rate's good.
play for both
Tight guard
teams.
needs to go. Knee
Derek
corner.
Samagalski just looking to throw a guard up here.
Room.
Okay, room.
Room, guys. Room. Got to curl now. Got to curl. Got to get at least to nose. Okay.
Beauty. Corner.
Shot, Derek.
Yeah, same weight's perfect. Could probably even be a hair deep even. Yeah.
Can give you an update in one of the other A finals. That's the other streamed game as well on the Okotoks Curling Club YouTube page. Brendan Botcher's playing the Islanders. Paul Cheka of the Islanders drawing against 5 with his last one. Missed it.
Like to go a bit.
Came up, it looks like it just over-curled, maybe a little light. And so Brendan Botcher out to an early 5-0 lead over the Islanders. We'll keep you posted on all the action as it happens around the sheets.
Hard, you got it. Whoa. Off. Okay. Not bad.
So for Brad, that one doesn't quite get in front of that yellow stone, but it is still Cooey lying one with the hammer.
See that, or like I don't love the. I think we're giving up a 2 all day if we don't move them. Yeah, peel just high here.
Well, you have the right person in the hack for this one. There's few people in the game that can throw it harder than Jason Gunlickson.
Yeah, there's a famous YouTube video of Jason throwing 4 seconds hog to hog. I think it was at a mixed or something maybe. And yeah, the sweepers just said, no, what? That's just going to do whatever it does.
No one can do that.
Yeah.
Well, and being the person at the back trying to catch them isn't any better.
Yeah, I don't operate in that realm either.
Hard! Clean.
That's a classic gunner right there. Oh, clean.
Yeah, they gave up on the run back right away there.
Yeah.
Not probably not his best throw, but straight to the peel, which plays okay.
Yeah, Jason seemed to suggest that he was a little worried about giving up 2 if they didn't move this pile around. So we'll see what Cooey thinks here.
Just hard to get there.
No, just throw it a little extra. Those are sitting fine, right?
Yeah.
Like you don't need to move those.
Like we don't want to touch this at all, right? Like I think a little rub's a disaster. Okay. Is it dumb to ever go the other way and freeze the back yellow? This looks like an easier shot, but okay. What are you thinking, like speed? 'Cause you threw yours just a smidge lighter and didn't carry. Okay.
So Tyler Tardy looking to draw another one in here.
Line's good. Room. Tons of room. Always Brad.
And both sweepers think it's maybe a little on the heavy side. They want to make sure their second shot here if they can. And that will slide just a little too far. So opportunity maybe now for Team Carruthers to get out of this situation.
No.
Okay. That's what I see, yeah.
This is a scary shot to have to throw, but I'm not really sure
like
what
this?
else you do if you're
What do you see?
Reed Carruthers.
Yeah, it feels like moving that pile at all is doing Team Cooey a favor.
Yeah, for sure.
Somebody say something for me. Well, I know the smash is good.
Oh.
I think we just gotta nose our yellow.
What's that?
Just nose the yellow with Peel. Give up a deuce, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we just have to give up 2. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
That is what he said when he threw his first one, that if they didn't move it, that they were giving up 2. So the challenge with going around is if you don't make it, you could give up more than that. So they're thinking that if they make this, a couple of these fly, and they should be able to hold Team Cooey to a deuce, which, again, the way this end has gone would be a small victory for Reed Carruthers.
Whoa, whoa!
Shot, Jake.
And Jason does indeed move the pile, and it is indeed Kevin Cooey sitting 2 when the dust settles.
A little unlucky to dead jam that on that back yellow, but still a chance for Reed maybe to make a double at some point here.
I think Tyler was trying to ask me if I saw that yellow rock hit the boards there. He said, "Hey, John," and I was like, "What?" How does he know I can hear him?
I was going to say, just talking to you through the mic. Love that.
It didn't hit. Everybody on the ice is right.
It's whichever he feels best about, really. You're worried about this?
If anything with that, I like playing off the side one.
Yeah.
To bring that
Like the
wider.
double or just the roll?
Yeah. No, I don't either.
Yeah, I don't think you want to ever leave him this, though. Like he threw his draw here. I mean, if he's playing back here and you have one here, that's fine.
If we just hit this one.
No. You knows that it's brutal. He just gets under
Well,
here.
he can't get under that.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're here
Yeah.
and he's playing that,
Just if he plants it, it's a little bit scary.
well.
Don't you know I'm
That's
Kevin
probably the
Cooey, Tyler? It's not that scary.
We're overthinking this. It's whichever turn you like.
It's true. I did see, I think it was Carrick Martin who posted a highlight clip of great Kevin Cooey shots over the years right before this event and said, I got to say, it's going to be nice to be on the other side of some of these.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, Tyler's trying to say, it'll be scary for you, Kevin. And Kevin's like, it's not, I mean, probably not.
We saw from Kyler Kleiberg yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't see why this is that hard. And then he sat and hack and made it. So
yeah, totally.
Love the confidence from these guys.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, that's what you got to have a skip. To have to want to skip is what I mean. That's why I played lead. No confidence.
None of that for you.
Yeah, they don't even show my shots on TV.
Hard.
It's a dream scenario.
Hard line. Hard, Carrick.
Hard, Carrick.
Trying to draw this around the center guard here.
Hard. Gotta go.
Can they get it by?
Keep going. Bounce it off.
It's on it for
They
sure.
will not.
Okay.
So it is Cooey sitting 1, 2, and 4. But certainly not the result they were looking for there from Tyler Tardy.
The weight was good too, so I'm not sure if he was maybe a little tight or if that just curled on them a bit. The weight was really close.
You were like a touch less, if anything, on draw the button. You were.
What's that?
You were a little less with draw the button. So I think you're like.
But I probably threw it here and a little straight.
Yeah, and like not far off the like. Yeah.
How's that look?
I think half a more broom, and I love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There.
Okay.
Just have the right weight. The line will get there if we have the right weight.
Yeah.
And I just try and get it touch low, dead frozen.
Yeah. Dead square nose is pretty good.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So just looking to freeze on the back one here, I believe. That's the other thing, I guess, that happened with Tyler moving that yellow one, Chelsea, is now if you freeze, that yellow is also kind of acting as a bit of a guard.
It is a little bit, yeah. Wouldn't have wanted to move that yellow one so much, but again, the weight was right for the shot he was playing, so it's hard to complain about it too much. Just got caught on the overcurl there. Big shot here for Reed still, though. This could still very easily turn into a pretty big end for Kevin Cooey if this shot's missed.
So Reed Carruthers looking for a freeze here.
Line's close.
With his first.
Stay with me.
Yep.
Hard.
Yep.
Hard.
Samagalski on it.
Hard.
This is getting close to that
Derek.
guard.
Hard, Derek.
Can
Hard,
they get it
buddy.
by?
Harder, Derek.
Samagalski
Derek,
leaning
all
on
the
it.
way, Derek.
Come on, boys.
And he
Harder,
does get
Derek.
it by. Now can they get it to the
buddy.
back?
Go, Derek. Whoa, we're done. We're done. We're done. Beauty round.
Very nice sweep from Derek Samagalski and Connor Negevin there. And now it is Reed Carruthers sitting one without the hammer.
Really nice shot from Reed. Certainly has every shot in his arsenal, but I would always classify him as a touch player. Those little, draws, hacks, bumpers, those are kind of his wheelhouse. So comes through big. He's had his draw weight since practice, made that draw on the first end, and no mistake here as well. And yeah, great sweeping from the front end there too.
Shade low.
Yeah.
It's got to be pretty low or else it's just clanking back there, right? Like off that one.
Like almost 3/4, 7/8. Okay.
Think so.
You like the out here?
I don't know what it does. I like the
Okay.
in.
Can probably even play it really aggressive, and even that's fine, hey?
Yeah.
I think worst case is thick.
So Reed Carruthers makes a nice draw, but maybe leaves just enough air there, Chelsea, that he can make this double and roll his shooter into the house and potentially be sitting a few when this is all said and
Shade
done.
more.
I do think it's possible for sure. It's pretty precise to pick that off there, but definitely doable.
Clean. Yep. Whoa.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep.
Yep.
Hard. Hard.
Yes. Whoa, whoa.
Just like that. Great shot from Kevin Cooey, and now all of a sudden that yellow one in the back 12-foot is looking mighty lonely.
It is very lonely. It still looks like it's third shot for right now, but
Outturn well,
life's getting a little scary for Reed Carruthers right now.
think so.
Yeah, I see we go. I kind of saw going in, turn around it, but like just because we knew it better. But yeah,
Only thing is you're potentially leaving the up the middle.
yeah, but like it's all jams for him. Like even if he nuts it there, it's only like one or two, right? I mean, I'm okay with this. I see he's always gonna have it. Like he's gonna have off it in there still. Like I don't know.
Well,
No, it's
No,
too
I
deep
don't-
now.
no.
It's too deep now. And we can't risk touching this
Yeah.
rock. So, I don't know. Whatever you like. I kind of see that one, but I get your point. Just from a know it better, this is draw the button path, right?
yeah.
Like at the end of the day, we're going here. And we're hoping he hits it on one of them.
Con, do you know this?
You can tell how much this draw shot means. I mean, they know what they're doing. They know what shot they're playing, but quite a discussion here about the ice, Chelsea, and the way they want to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Reed's
just like- I'm
first
thinking even
thought
if I
was
make
the
this, he's
out turn,
still
and I see
playing
what
the
he's
goal at
saying.
that.
I think on paper the out turn is the better result.
I don't.
No, we
I don't
Jason's
see it.
suggesting they know the
I
in
think
turn
we
path
get a
better.
well
So
defined.
Yeah, if we roll a tickle low, it's the force.
yeah, that's why I like the out turn because you can actually freeze to it. If you're anywhere higher, you're going to leave Kevin Cooey a
He's
run
like 6
double of
miles
some
out here.
kind for
Yeah, he
a
was-
million. So
He was like almost the
um,
edge, right?
Reed
Yeah,
bringing in Connor Negevin, which is a smart move, just to say, do you know this path? Is it a total
I'll,
guess? Do we
I'll
have an
look from
idea of
down
what the
there.
speed is? Because
that looks
the
right
whole
to
argument
me.
for the intern is that they know that path. It's Reed's draw to the button. They've thrown it a
Look from
bunch.
the hack.
They haven't thrown this one as much, but Connor seeming confident that they know it. Two great sweepers there with Connor and Derek too. So I think this is the right call on paper for sure. And when it's Kevin Cooey that you're playing against, you don't want to leave him anything for 4 or 5 because he's probably going to make it. So if you can get this back here, then he's going to have a hard time scoring multiple points.
So huge shot here. We're only in the second end, but could argue this could be a very pivotal moment in this game. Reid Carruthers with his last without hammer and potentially facing, as Chelsea says, $1 million if he doesn't make it.
Okay, I got close.
Needs to make a freeze.
Easy early. Stay with me. Whoa.
Close.
Curl.
Nothing yet from the sweepers.
Curl.
Derek Samagalski now trying to bring this over. The weight is certainly all there.
You gotta hook it. You gotta hook it.
The weight is all there. You don't want to bounce off.
Sorry, it was.
And just that little bit too heavy from Reid Carruthers. And now I think Chelsea going to be an opportunity here for Kevin Cooy to score a few.
Looks like it's only.
Might only be 2.
Well, I think it's 3. If you hit that Reid's shot
Sorry,
rock,
3,
it's
yes.
3. But
3,
I don't
yes.
think it's more than that. You can't get to that other yellow.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, it's either hack or play something like this.
Line was really close there for Reid. If that had any less weight, it would have curled and died and been perfect on the corner of that. So maybe a little bit of uncertainty about that path. Ran a little bit better than they thought. When Reid let it go, he said he thought it was close, and the sweeper seemed to think so as well, and it just skated on them a little bit more than they anticipated for the side of the sheet that's kind of sat for most of the game so far.
Yeah, it seemed to me like Reid was maybe anticipating it was going to be a little frostier out there, and especially like you said too, Chelsea. I think if it grabs the curl, it does slow down, but it just never really got to that break point until it was too late.
Yeah, I thought the line looked good all the way. I was surprised as well, to be honest. I would have been thinking the same thing that Reid was, that it might be a little bit, just a tiny bit fresher out there, maybe a foot or two, and it certainly wasn't. It was very fast.
So opportunity here for Kevin Cooy. Just needs to nudge this yellow into the back 12, and it'll be a 3 that goes up on the board.
Quite a bit of ice here. So they talked about either a hack or just a kind of a just through. I'm guessing it's the just through option.
Yeah, really only need to move it 2 feet.
Not even. I think a few inches, and you're probably good.
So final stone here for Kevin Cooy in the second end, and an opportunity to really make a mark on the scoreboard.
Hard!
Karek Martin all over it right away.
Easy! Clean!
And they seem to like it coming in now.
Clean.
And so a great first shot sets up a fairly routine second shot, and it'll be 3 for Kevin Cooy here in the second end. They'll take a 2-point lead into the third, but Carruthers will have the hammer when we come back. You're watching Curling Live.
What does 1800 tequila taste like? It tastes like victory. 1800, the world's most awarded tequila.
Gentlemen, we need to talk about your health. If you or someone you know has been diagnosed with prostate cancer, then you know it's difficult, both physically and emotionally. But remember, you are not alone. It's crucial to ask the right questions and to play an active role when discussing your options with your doctor. Gentlemen, it's time you take control of your health and ask about treatment options that are suitable for you. Go to crucialrehearsal.ca to answer a few short questions and download a personalized script to guide your next conversation with your doctor. Check it out.
DoorDash is the official on-demand delivery platform of the Toronto Blue Jays. Delicious is on deck. Get $0 delivery fees on your first order. DoorDash. Dash that. Dash that delicious with DoorDash and Boston Pizza. For a limited time, get $10 off your order of $40 or more. So you can dash that craving with some serious saving. Dash that weekend to weeknight with DoorDash.
Johan Farr landed in Calgary in 2008 to complete his Bachelor of Engineering in Biotechnology. Johan's goal was to provide the Canadian consumer with authentic German beer made from recipes far away. In 2015,
Now, they say that, curling fans sometimes complain about blank ends. They say there's too many blank ends in the sport, but not all blank ends are created equal. As we saw yesterday, a phenomenal pair of shots. Here we get a look at Brendan Bottcher against Kyler Kleibrink, fifth end yesterday. Brendan Botcher makes a cross house hit and roll to get perfectly buried behind this red corner guard all the way across the house with peel weight. I mean, this is dead buried. You can barely see it from the hack, but for Kyler Kleibrink, he says, no problem, throws board weight. Evan Van Amsterdam leaning on it all the way down the sheet. And we'll get a look here. He just gets by this top corner guard. Chris Kennedy leaning. Van Amsterdam holds it straight, just gets by that red guard to get that red one out for the blank. So when you're complaining about blanks at home, just realize sometimes you work hard for them. Those were two of the best shots we saw yesterday. And Chelsea, we saw two great shots last end from Kevin Cooey. That first run back to set up the score of 3, and then makes no mistake with the little hack weight pushback to put a nice crooked number on the board.
Yeah, an unfortunate break there for Team Carruthers, getting a little bit fooled by the spot maybe on Reed's freeze attempt, and you can't leave somebody as good as Kevin Cooey those opportunities. So, of course, he makes no mistake, to the surprise of no one that's ever watched Kevin Cooey play a curling game. And they put a big 3 on the board. So big end here for Team Carruthers. They're going to need to bounce back in a bit of a hurry here to keep this game within reach.
Okay.
Nice spot. Shot on.
So the play coming in the house early on here, as there's a corner guard up for Reed Carruthers, but Brad Thiessen will have an opportunity here to lie 2 if he makes this hit.
Curl hard. Really hard, Cart.
Get it off the line. Go.
Hard
Go,
to kill
go,
it.
go.
Hard.
You got it.
Okay.
Great save. Okay.
Corner will tell you.
So Brad Thiessen rolls out, and now an opportunity here for Team Carruthers to get around that corner.
Yeah, I'm with you. Agreed.
Clean.
Weight's nice. It's not heavy.
Top 8.
Yep.
Not heavy.
Only line.
Line's good. Yep. Line's good. Line's good. Line's real good. Curl go.
I'm with you.
Help gun.
I think it's stopped
Clean.
pretty soon.
Good sweep.
Kind of like that. I like the Reed called him gun. He didn't go for the full gunner. I kind of maybe just shorten it right up. They're calling Connor Con, so Con and Gun. I like that as a little.
Yeah,
kind of sounds like an '80s cop show.
I was going to say a crime-fighting duo. Yeah.
Totally.
Great shot there by Derek. I think that's one of the things that, we all know Derek's a great hitter. He's got that Manitoba tuck with the corn broom and the steel slider, and he's up on his toe. But the thing that I think people don't realize is what a great drawer he is. He actually was an all-star lead at a Brier.
That's right, 2012.
Yeah, in his first Brier. So very good touch player, which, in the 4-rock rule, your second was hitting almost every shot they were throwing, but now that's not the case because often they can't hit on their first one. So your second better be also a good drawer, and Derek Samigalski is for sure that.
Yeah, no question about it. You read my mind, honestly. When he was coming down to throw that draw shot, I was gonna say literally the same thing.
I didn't want to do the commentator jinx, so I waited till he threw it.
It was perfect. Yeah,
Line's close.
I did great. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I think Derek may be overlooked as because Team Carruthers and Team McEwen the last 6-7 years, just haven't quite had that success at the Brier level. They won a couple slams but hadn't made a Brier final and things. And so I think Derek sometimes gets a little overlooked as one of the top seconds in the game, but there's certainly no question he's got all the shots in his locker. I mean, obviously a phenomenal hitter, but as you said, Chelsea, a great draw player as well.
Think it's gonna be sludgy out here at all?
And knows a lot about grass.
He does know a lot about grass.
Yeah. Superintendent at the Carberry Golf Course in Carberry, Manitoba, and knows how to grow it. Kind of makes sense that a guy who grows grass for a living is also good at curling. It sort of feels like that's how people who don't like curling, it's like watching the grass grow. So for Derek, this is just everything's in his wheelhouse all the time. He also paints. He loves to watch it dry, apparently.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
I never thought of it like that.
Curl hard. Got to go hard. Stay with the yellow cards.
Don't want to jam this. And it will just avoid the jam for Tyler Tardy. Nice shot there. Good sweep from Brad Thiessen to bring it over. And it is still Kevin Cooey lying one without the hammer.
Yeah, but if I'm just top 12, 2 inches over buried, he can't chase. Yeah. Like just in, just over buried. I got... Speed's pretty good here now. Yeah.
Line's
Not
good.
kill. Not a kill. Not easy. Easy.
Okay.
Easy.
Line's good. Line's
Need
real
curl.
good.
Need curl.
Curl.
Need curl.
Curl. Gotta go, Con. Gotta go deeper. Gotta be at least full 8.
Gotta go,
line.
corner.
A little more. Whoa.
Gotta go,
Whoa.
corner.
Whoa.
Sorry, I just was on the max
So
line.
they do get it buried, but I think, Chelsea, this guard's probably high enough that you couldn't
I think
ever
your
really
weight
get
is-
true
your weight
buried
is
behind
good.
it.
Yeah, they were hoping to leave
Maybe
it
a bit
higher in the
less.
house so that there's less room for the
You
chase
threw it
and
good.
also
Same throw.
over bury it a little bit more so that you set up that potential jam that we almost saw the last time from Tyler Tardy. This is deep enough now that it's going to be hard to jam it.
Clean. Yep.
So almost identical shot here for Tyler Tardy.
Hard.
And this is flirting with that corner guard right out of the hand.
hard.
Can they hold
Right
it
up,
straight?
right up, right up. Whoa, whoa,
No,
whoa.
they cannot. So a little window of opportunity here for Team Carruthers. Tyler Tardy just looked like he didn't quite get to the broom on that one. We're standing right behind their slides. They're sitting right behind their slides, rather. And yeah, it just looked like he maybe was a little tight on that one. So opportunity knocking here for Team Carruthers.
Okay, I like this. Derek threw this exact shot in one.
I like nose.
Okay,
Bump.
sounds good.
Chance to lie two here for one half of the crime fighting duo Gunn.
Yep, gotta go.
You gotta go, guys.
Gotta go.
Line's close.
Good, good, clean.
And not a surprise that a man named Gunn is a good shot.
Sweep.
They're lying two now. Team Carruthers with the hammer. And that is not a super easy double, Chelsea.
Yeah, it's
Give you a crack.
No, it's not.
just if he makes something like this.
Again,
Right.
things that look
Right,
hard
'cause
are
if I'm
sometimes easy
here-
for Kevin Cooey, but
And then he's here.
it's makeable. I'm just not
Got
sure
that.
that
If I
they'll
make this and
take
he
it on
draws,
yet.
I've got
They
all
could just
that.
hit this, and
Like
then if you get,
bad
then no
shot,
matter
'cause
where
if I don't get it,
Reed rolls, it might be an easier double on Kevin's second shot.
Yeah, nose is great.
Little, I think you try this.
I think nose is probably best case, eh? Because you'd hate to roll here and he's on the inside. You can't play that. Like I said, you just come down.
Nose where he's gonna have a double, right? I mean, if he
Yeah.
rolls over
Yeah.
here, I've got the slash.
I think so.
Control. His nose.
So just a hit here for Kevin Cooey with this first.
Yep. 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 Clean. Clean.
Looking for the nose, and he will find it.
Now the question
so, yeah.
for Reed Carruthers is where
I
can
like
you
bump.
roll to make
I
this
like board,
double
yeah.
as hard as possible? I don't think it's there's always going to be a double, I think, but it's a matter of making it as difficult as possible for Kevin Cooy. So I think they're thinking just a little bit on the high side, on Jason's broom side as you look at it. Just like a lean to that high side. Half a rock, maybe.
Rock high.
Yeah, that was my thought as well. Makes the double very thin. Whether Kevin elects to hit the inside of it or slash it, it's very thin either way.
Yeah.
So the roll here is the key for Reed Carruthers. Trying to get 2 back in this third end.
Whoa.
Hard. Whoa.
Whoa.
Clean. Hard. Clean.
Whoa.
Hard. Hurry.
Got to make sure you get that little roll.
It's not really rolling. Real nice. Good shot.
And they do get just a sliver of one, and I believe we will see Kevin Cooy try and work some magic here. This is actually a similar angle to the one we saw John Epping make for the 3 against Ryland Kleider yesterday.
This one's a little thicker than that one, but yeah, same idea.
If he makes it and goes up, and I'll play.
John was trying to hit about 1/8 of a rock. This is probably more like a quarter.
Yeah.
Thin quarter.
I was never great at math, so makes sense.
Too many numbers.
Oh, so confusing.
You could actually, if you hit this right for Kevin Cooy, you could end up with your shooter behind that guard.
Yeah, it could end up being a force. We'll see. Final stone here for Kevin Cooy in the third.
Whoa.
Yep. Yes.
Looking for a
Yep.
quarter rock double.
Whoa.
He will get the double. Will it roll far enough? Yeah, just about. Yep. I think Reed can see enough of it for the blank.
Yeah, I think he'll probably play it, but 1 or 2 more brush strokes from Tyler Tardy there, and that would have been buried real close to perfect.
Fantastic shot from Cooy. He's brought his shooting shoes here today.
Firm.
But as you said, Chelsea, really not much Reed could do. You know, maybe you roll that over a little bit and it gets a little tougher for Kevin, but he's such a good hitter, and you know, it was just the way the rocks were lined up. There just wasn't really a good place to end up with that one where Kevin wouldn't have a shot.
Yeah, I think if he rolled it where he wanted to, you probably would have seen Kevin Cooy take on the slash, because the into it double would have been so thin that it gets a little scary to miss the whole thing. But yeah, he was going to leave him a double regardless. You just had to make it as hard as you could and hope he missed it. And then in this case, he didn't miss it.
Clean. See down.
And Reed makes no mistake on the blank, so the scoreboard will remain the same and the hammer will remain in Reed Carruthers' possession. You're watching the ATB Financial Okotoks Curling Classic. We'll be back after this.
Johan Farr landed in Calgary in 2008 to complete his Bachelor of Engineering in Biotechnology. Johan's goal was to provide the Canadian consumer with authentic German beer made from recipes far away. In 2015,
Gentlemen, we need to talk about your health. If you or someone you know has been diagnosed with prostate cancer, then you know it's difficult, both physically and emotionally. But remember, you are not alone. It's crucial to ask the right questions and to play an active role when discussing your options with your doctor. Gentlemen, it's time you take control of your health and ask about treatment options that are suitable for you. Go to crucialrehearsal.ca to answer a few short questions and download a personalized script to guide your next conversation with your doctor. Check it out.
DoorDash. Dash that delicious and nutritious. Dash that savory and sweet. Get $0 delivery fees on your first order. DoorDash. Dash that.
What do you see when you see you? Your own place? With your own groceries? We want to help you build the credit to do it. You've got this. We've got you. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Welcome back, curling fans. A nice look at beautiful Okotoks, Alberta. And a great A final here between Kevin Cooy and Reid Carruthers. John Cullen alongside Chelsea Carey. And Chelsea, it looks like we are seeing the supernova version of Kevin Cooy here so far today. He's curling 100% through 3 ends and made some pretty difficult shots as well, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Yeah, absolutely. He hasn't shown any signs of new team issues or anything so far. He's vintage Kevin Cooey right now, which is bad news for Team Carruthers, but just need a multiple point here. Any kind of crooked number on the board, tie the game at worst and go forward from there. So far from over, but yeah, the buzzsaw of Kevin Cooey is definitely in the building so far in this game.
Speed's close.
Line's good.
2.
Yeah, we
Line's
always see Kevin Cooey at his best at the Briars, the Olympic trials,
Come on,
but
boys.
sometimes on tour, he can be a little inconsistent in the slams as well. And yeah, obviously so far here today, he's been full value, and the whole team as well, playing quite well. So
Okay.
it's going to be a bit of a hill to climb here for Team Carruthers, but certainly they're capable of it, and they can obviously tell what's happening because they're starting this end with a pretty aggressive approach with the 2 corner guards up.
Yeah, definitely needing, like I say, a multiple point end of any number essentially here for Reid Carruthers. So 2 guards makes sense. Give yourself more chances to generate that 2 points. You don't need to go crazy, but you need to try to score a multiple point. If they get forced here, they're excuse me, they're in a little bit of trouble.
They can curl, yep.
Too much talking
You almost
already.
made
It's
it.
only the first game of the
You
day.
almost
I
made it
really
to the end of
tried
the
push
sentence.
through,
I
yeah.
know. That was nice. I admired your perseverance. I could hear your voice starting to go, and I'm like, oh, she's going for it. She's going to try. And it was a valiant effort, partner.
Whatever you like, man. Just
Much appreciated.
I guess we're going to need a crime fighting duo nickname as well.
No, we obviously do. Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
I don't either, but it's going to have to be a thing now.
Do you have don't you have like some weird nickname that someone on Wikipedia gave you?
Yes, I do.
Didn't we talk about that? What is it again? The Crusher or something like that?
The Annihilator.
Annihilator, that's it. Yeah, there we go.
Hard.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah, I was never called it by anybody
Great
until
shot.
someone found it on Wikipedia.
I think it was me. I'm pretty sure
might
I'm the
have
one.
been you.
I'm pretty sure I'm the one who found it. Great shot there from Derek Samogolski. Beautiful triple takeout. Yeah, well, it was because of Botcher, because for a long time, Botcher's Wikipedia page said his nickname was the Botcher Express, which no one has ever called him. Like, this was before the whole train thing. This was like way before their Twitter presence or whatever. He was just the Botcher Express on Wikipedia for some reason. And then I remember, I think it must have been the same Wikipedia editor who just decided that your nickname was going to be the Annihilator. So that's good. You can be the Annihilator,
That's
and
good.
I'll be like, I don't know, because I feel like if you're the Annihilator, I need like a soft nickname
Like a
to
good
like
cop,
to
bad
balance
cop
you out.
thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You're the Annihilator, and I'm like, the Prince or something.
That's just because you want to call yourself the Prince.
Yeah, well, I hear there's a shake-up over in London.
There is, that's
if
true.
I can be the Prince, then maybe that's going to work out well for me.
Do you ever like a split?
Albert makes a good point in the chat. Cullen and Carey. That does good.
It's
That's
true.
that's
It
got a
kinda
nice
works.
ring to
yeah,
it.
we kind of don't
Okay.
need anything special. It
I
might
like
just be
that.
that.
Yeah, that could be good. So nice shot there from Brad Thiessen. Derek
That was
Samogolski will look
14-5,
to
no touch.
follow
Makes
it down
sense.
here. And as we said, Chelsea, a pretty nice setup here for Reid's got the 3 guards up after that great shot from Derek.
Yeah, if you make a freeze here, things are looking pretty good. Now, that being said, you've got some excellent hitters coming up on
No,
Team
I got-
Cooey.
Wait's close. Wait's
but-
close.
Clean.
Top 8, top
So
4.
it's as good a
Yep.
setup early as you could probably
All
hope for
line.
if you were
Yep.
Reid Carruthers.
Yep. Gotta go. Gotta go.
Hard, buddy.
Hard.
Hard, buddy.
Hard. Gotta go.
You gotta go.
Gotta go.
Harder.
Gotta keep going. Gotta keep going. Gotta keep going.
Good sweep. Good sweep.
Connor on that pretty much end to end, and maybe just a little bit light there led to that tick on the guard. Might have got to full 8, but probably no more than that.
Well, we don't usually say this to this early in a draw, but we have our first final. Brendan Botcher, I believe, scored
The Botcher Express.
The Botcher Express. Just the Islanders were tied to the tracks, and unfortunately there was no saving the Islanders today. There was, I believe, a score of 4 in the third end. So Brendan Botcher, 9-2 winners over the Islanders. So the Islanders will drop to the B final. We'll see them later tonight, and Brendan Botcher will be the first team to make it into the playoffs here in Okotoks. So nice game there from Brendan and team, and the Islanders will look to regroup tonight. Paul Cheka and the crew.
Line's good. Wait only. Where are you? It's not right beside it.
So Tyler Tardy looking to draw another one in there after the miss by Derek Samagalski.
Yep. Line. Okay.
A little bit heavy there for Tyler Tardy. Would have liked that frozen right to it, or even a little bit short of it. A tiny little kiss and bounced off. So when Reed Carruthers runs a guard in here, he might get the double on these. And once again, the right man is in the hack for that. Though I doubt he'll throw this really hard, because again, the biggest thing here is not to make that double, it's to stick this run rock.
So what do we know here? Decent curl, we threw it the other way. But the straight side, yeah, I think so. That looks good to me.
So big shot here for Jason Gunlickson. As he said, Chelsea looking to keep his yellow shooter around.
Whoa, curl.
What the fuck was that?
Oh, uh-oh. Jason Gunlickson, guess what? You owe $10 to the swear jar.
I loved it.
Bingo. You know what, Chelsea? I didn't want to jinx it, but we said before the game there might be a perfect game where neither team swears. Hasn't happened yet.
So far, not so much.
And Jason Gunlickson, that's $10 to the Sandra Schmerler Foundation. Curses for Kids. You can see the swear jar up on the screen. Payable. There we go. There's the update. Payable $37. Jason Gunlickson, you know where to find me.
Where are you? Line's
So now a huge opportunity for Team Cooy, Chelsea. This is a chance to really put the screws to Team Carruthers here.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a big miss, and the swear jar contribution coming from frustration because both Jason Gunlickson and Reed Carruthers liked that throw out of Jason Gunlickson's hand and really didn't come very close to making that shot. So definitely a little bit of surprise there with how straight that ran.
Back 8, what way you see?
And that one curled on Tyler, so opportunity for Carruthers.
Like, I mean, if I get low here, like, aren't we setting up a 3?
And Chelsea, we have said this on stream a few times. You know, we have seen this happen, right? As the pebble wears off,
being maybe a little max
the ice gets a little straighter. So maybe we were learning that Team Carruthers didn't watch the stream last night. But yeah, that has been sort of a common theme here, that it does tend to get a little straighter as the game goes on, and maybe that's kind of what fooled them there.
Yeah, for sure.
So now certainly a crucial shot here for Jason Gunlickson. Have to start trying to turn this end around.
Whoa!
Room!
Whoa! Room! Curl! Curl!
Yeah, the spot running straight again, even with less weight.
Gotta keep going. Keep going, keep going. Go, 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 go.
Oh my God. What a disaster shot.
You said it, not me, Jason. I will defer to you on that one. But yes, certainly tough to argue there's a worse result than that.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice that it tapped it to a pocket. The problem is you're not throwing right now.
Yeah, exactly.
It would be great.
Will you ever get to use that
yeah,
pocket?
If they got to throw 2 rocks in a row, it would be good.
Is the real question, that's for sure.
Okay, what are you looking for? So, the spot's decent. Okay. So it's similar to draw.
So first stone here for Kevin Cooey in the fourth, and a chance to try to make Reed Carruthers pay for the 2 misses from Jason Gunlickson.
Curling a bit.
Line's good. Weight only, though. Lots of room. We'll start curling now, though.
Okay.
Curl
Line's
if you need to.
close. Don't need curl.
Line's good. Line's good.
Line's good, yep.
Fight.
Just fight button. Fight
No,
button.
straight. Let's stop. Let's stop. Let's stop.
Whoa.
Let's stop. Let's stop.
Great shot.
Pretty good spot for Kevin Cooey, who remains perfect.
Yeah, great touch there from Kevin. And now what do you do if you're Reed? Is there any way you get a double and kick that red one out of the forefoot?
It's not great.
But then you're behind it. You're behind the red one Kevin just threw.
Yeah, I think they're looking at guards to run in to try to make some sort of combo. The bad news,
I'm not against
what
it.
was good news on
Wait,
Gunner's
my
shot
only
if he
question
made it is that those 2 guards are hooked or like
Don't we not
overlapped a
make a
tiny
pretty
bit.
good shot?
So otherwise they'd
Yeah,
probably
but,
be
like,
running back their
he's gotta make
yellow
it perfect.
from
I
that
get what you're
those
saying, but there's
2
one,
guards near the
like,
center
if
line
we
there,
miss this,
and you could
it's
make the
still
run double,
too
maybe
low.
even triple, and be in
So,
pretty
like,
good shape. But
let's
because
not
the red is covering a little bit of that shot's not available to you. So they looked at both
This is at
corner
least there.
guards.
We don't think this is there?
Well, this is there, but I don't see the outcome as being all that great.
I think he leaves you lying one a lot, and if he doesn't, he risks giving.
Yeah. What are you guys seeing?
I mean, this is good. Like, don't get me wrong. This is really good.
Yeah. Yeah, like if, but let's say I just double peel and he goes here, I'm dead. I'm in dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, does this look like 3/4, 4 fifths just into here? Is that bad?
Yeah, I'm just thinking he's freezing on me and then I'm...
Yeah, and the corner's getting in the way of this freeze. Like if you're trying to stay high of the middle, right?
Okay.
And if he ever goes like click, that's like just doop, doop,
Okay.
three.
Okay. Okay.
I like the sound effects from Gunner there, but
Dry
he's
hand.
right. It's
I
not
don't
a
think the
great
turn matters.
for
Like,
Reed
it's
Carruthers
like
looking for a
3/4,
better
4
option.
fifths.
It's like we talked about yesterday. Sometimes you look at it like a math
right
problem
where I
and you think you're
wanted
going
it.
to come
What way
to
was
something
mine
that you
side
don't
Like,
see
look.
immediately that's
Yeah, I
going to
love
be
that.
better, but there isn't anything better. Because to Reed's point, if he plays any of these runbacks and doesn't make them, then Kevin goes exactly kind of dead even with the rock he just threw in the top of the forefoot, and you're giving up a steal of at least 2. So this way you at least sit shot rock after this is over. So, and then you hope you get a little miss from Kevin Cooey. And if you don't, at least you're only giving up 1, because you could very easily give up more than 1 if you choose a different shot than this. So just going to try to make this double. He'll sit back button. You'll likely see some sort of freeze from Kevin Cooey, but it's not easy with the port the way it is. I know that corner guard looks like it's way over on the side there, but it's not with the finish that we've seen here. So I think this is the right call.
Hard!
Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
Hard!
So Reed Carruthers needs a big double here.
Hey, harder!
And he will push it out of the forefoot. Maybe rolls a little further back in the 4 than they were hoping, but
Yeah, just a little thinner than they would have hoped. That's why that shooter spilled back through and didn't stay right there on the back of the button.
Even if I get rid of that.
Not terrible, though, because at least, like, if Kevin Cooey were not to throw right now, which, I mean, obviously he's going to, but at
I mean,
least you
I
could
really
run
don't
something
even
into
have
that
to-
now, because you've loosened that up
Just
and you're
don't
sitting
miss it.
second and third
Like, even
shot.
if I
So
just bounce into there and get second,
not great, but could have been worse than that for sure.
it's the story of my life. That's the title of my autobiography. Not great, but could have been worse. Looks like he's elected to play the double here.
seen much here, but it,
Yeah, I think that's probably to do with what I just said. If you play any kind of draw and you put it in the wrong place, you could leave Reed a double for 3, and like you've had so much momentum this whole end that I don't think it's worth taking any risk, especially with the scoreboard being what it is. Even if you only get 1 of these, it's going to be a really hard shot for 2, and once again, it's Kevin Cooey throwing it, so I like his chances of making the double.
So last stone here for Kevin Cooey in the 4th.
hard.
Up 2 and
hard,
looking to make it
Hard.
very hard for
Hard.
Reed.
hard!
But he doesn't love this
Right
out of
up.
his hand. And that will get over towards the yellow, but doesn't quite make the double. So maybe a chance here for Carruthers to score 2.
I don't think so. I don't know how you get both of those. I think it,
just 1 inch.
for all intents and purposes, does the trick, even though it's not exactly what they drew up. I think this turns into a force. The only good news about that, if you are a Team Carruthers fan, is that he has a pretty makeable shot for one, where he might not have if these last couple shots went differently. So not the outcome that Team Carruthers was looking for, but a huge shot here to keep this game close.
But we're just straight drawing.
Yeah, as we've said, the last 3 ends have kind of been all Kevin Cooy, so chance here for Reed to maybe get some of the momentum back. Sometimes it's good to just get rid of the hammer too and see if you can generate some offense without it. So big shot here for Reed Carruthers, facing 2 and down 2. Final stone here in the 4th. Needs to find a piece of the button.
Eye to hair hard. Okay.
Line's close.
Line if you can.
Wall room. Big room. No backing on this line at all. No backing at all. 15-2 should be really close. Make sure we're there. We got backing now. Great job, Ram.
And Reed will make no mistake, puts it right on the screw. So 1 for Carruthers, but Cooy will have a 1-point lead and the hammer when we come back for the second half of this game. You're watching the ATB Financial Okotoks Curling Classic live on Curling Live.
What do you see when you see you? Some new to you wheels, maybe? We want to help you build the credit to do it. You've got this. We've got you. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
What does 1800 tequila taste like? It tastes like victory. 1800, the world's most awarded tequila.
Gentlemen, we need to talk about your health. If you or someone you know has been diagnosed with prostate cancer, then you know it's difficult, both physically and emotionally. But remember, you are not alone. It's crucial to ask the right questions and to play an active role when discussing your options with your doctor. Gentlemen, it's time you take control of your health and ask about treatment options that are suitable for you. Go to crucialrehearsal.ca to answer a few short questions and download a personalized script to guide your next conversation with your doctor. Check it out.
DoorDash is the official on-demand delivery platform of the Toronto Blue Jays. Delicious is on deck. Get $0 delivery fees on your first order. DoorDash. Dash that. Dash that delicious with DoorDash and Boston Pizza. For a limited time, get $10 off your order of $40 or more. So you can dash that craving with some serious saving. Dash that weekend to weeknight with DoorDash.
Johan Farr landed in Calgary in 2008 to complete his Bachelor of Engineering in Biotechnology. Johan's goal was to provide the Canadian consumer with authentic German beer made from recipes far away. In 2015,
Welcome back. It's Curling Live. It's Cullen and Carey, and it's Cooey and Carruthers. It's been a great game so far, and it's been, again, another great end for Team Kevin Cooey, and heading into the second half of the game, they got a 1-point lead and the hammer. They've got to be thrilled with that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we define as a control situation, 1 up with the hammer or 2 down without it. So we'll be very, very happy with that. With that situation for Team Cooey and for Team Carruthers needing to make something happen here. Force plays okay. I mean, ideally you would like to steal. You do not really want to see a blank, nor do you want to see multiple points for Team Cooey. So always a bit of a balancing act to be aggressive enough to potentially get that force or steal, but not give the game up at the same time.
Clean it.
It's heavy.
Heavy.
Can't.
Clean it.
I don't want to.
Okay.
So we'll just update you on the other
Line's good.
scores happening
Gunner's
around
rock.
us. Of
Gunner's
course, it's
rock.
another busy
That's
draw
fine.
of action
Gunner's rock,
here
go.
at the Okotoks Curling Club.
I agree.
In the other A final, as we already said, we have a final between Botcher and the Islanders. Botcher was 9-2 winners over the Islanders, so they're the first team into the playoffs. And in the other A final, it's Colton Flash against Karsten Sturmey. Colton Flash currently leading that 5-3 with the hammer. They're playing the fifth. Over on sheet 1 in C draw action, it is Cole Adams up 3-2 on Jacob Libis. And it looks like it is a 1-1 tie. No, sorry, 2-1 rather for Johnson over Perrant.
No.
And then
But this
beside
might not be
us,
terrible.
Morozumi started off with 2 in the first end, but it's been all one-way traffic since then for Eve Stalker. They currently lead Morozumi 5-2.
You like that?
I do.
Back line. If it like back here, if you just miss it and do that. Whoa. How heavy? Curl.
Just through.
Curl.
Just through. Just through.
Keep curling. Hard, Brad. Hard. Keep going.
Wow, Brad Thiessen really brought that over.
was
I didn't
just
think there was
saying.
any chance that was getting to the red one.
No, there shouldn't have been. One of the better sweepers in the game. Obviously,
Should be
big
out.
guy, big wide shoulders is really big benefit for sweeping, and also one of the smarter sweepers. He spends a lot of time figuring out the
going deep
techniques.
here.
There, he was using what is now referred to as knifing.
Knifing.
Yeah, a relatively new trend in sweeping, and incredibly effective. That looked like that was flashing the red by a mile. I mean, not the result they wanted, but an incredible sweep by Brad Thiessen.
Yeah, line. Gotta go. Really gotta go.
Knifing sounds cool. We need more of that in curling. There should be more stuff called knifing.
Yep.
Well, not like everything can be called
Yep,
knifing, but you know what I
line.
mean.
Line.
Makes it sound cooler
Hard.
than what's
Hard.
happening
Sounds like
out
it
here.
needs a crime-fighting duo.
Well, that's exactly. A lot of crime talk on this this particular broadcast, but I like it.
Yeah, Peel's probably smarter call. Yeah. Disregard. I didn't say that.
So Brad Thiessen now will just rip the guard.
Clean.
Recently a dad for the second time, and so maybe that's also contributing to his sweeping strength. I think you power up with every subsequent child you have. You power up the dad
Yeah,
strength, I believe, is how it works.
opposite we've been
I think
taking-
it's science.
It's gotta be science.
Above my pay grade. I don't really know, but that's what I've heard.
Okay. Line's good. Easy early.
I think we're heavy. 2,
Easy early.
2.
Guns rock.
Mine?
Just wait. Just wait.
Wait's good.
So Derek
Just a
is
little
trying to
bit.
replace the
One
guard
half.
here.
Me a little bit, right?
Just a couple. Yep.
Last.
Good. Good spot.
Great shooting.
Okay, so I think this intern side.
And makes no mistake, and so Brad will once again look to rip it.
Clean.
Nice throws, Brad.
And no mistake.
Well, I can't burn it.
David in the chat's agreeing with me, Chelsea, saying dad strength is very real. So, look, I'm not a dad, but if other dads are telling me it's true, then I'm just inclined to believe it.
Yeah, I have heard that from. I don't have kids either, but from my mom friends as well. That when a baby's born, they feel like they could lift a car, just like this superhuman strength. I wouldn't know what that's like, but it sounds pretty great.
Sounds good. I mean, I'm an uncle. You're an aunt.
I'm an aunt,
Yeah,
yep.
so maybe there is some kind of like, we get like 10% of it or something.
Yeah, like a tiny little bit.
Yeah.
I have
So
3
you're thinking,
nephews.
like,
That must mean
70?
I'm like
Oh.
almost to having 1 kid.
Yeah, you're getting close. That's up there for sure.
I got you.
I'm just going to say that next time because people would be so confused if I did something that looked like someone was like, whoa, that was really strong. What you did, like I lifted something. They're like, whoa, and I'll be like, yeah, it's Uncle Strength. Actually. He'll be like, what the hell is this guy talking about?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Close. Yep. Whoa. Close. Yep. I think we're just losing that spot.
I was just light there, I think.
Okay.
So I think they were trying to draw around everything, Chelsea, and just came a little light. So opportunity here for Tyler Tardy to do the same thing.
Run back for it. 15, you said, sorry?
Still talking about 15. I'm not sure whether that's a split or a long time, but either way, it's fast. So
How heavy?
don't seem to be agreeing with Reed,
Whoa.
thinking that maybe they're losing this spot a little bit. We'll see how this one runs. It looks like
Mine's
it's
okay.
Yep.
running fairly normal.
Mine's fine.
Off.
Well, yeah, and Jason did kind of say to Reed, like, it was my fault,
Yeah.
too, so.
No.
Which is important information. It's so, somebody gives you, like, lets you off the hook, basically, saying, oh, I think that was the spot. It's up to you as a player to say, no, it wasn't the spot, that was me. Because sometimes the person at the far end doesn't see what you did, what you felt you did as the thrower. So if you don't share those conversations honestly, if you don't kind of own up to, no, because then Reed Carruthers would take totally different ice and throw his rock differently if he didn't have that piece of information from Jason. So that's super important with every player on the team.
Maybe normal just to
When
make
your
sure.
skip says, geez, that really curled, that surprised me. If it surprised you too, then fine. But if it didn't and you think you did something to it, or if the sweepers think that, it's really important to have those conversations.
So I thought we were going to maybe see a Gunlickson bomb, but this just looks like a nice little run back here, triple run back.
Easy. Hard.
Yep.
Easy.
Hard.
Easy.
And a nice shot there from Jason Gunlickson, but Cooey continues to lie one with the hammer.
Go now. Shitty result.
Just that middle double, no? Just clear it up a little bit. Just that center double, no? Is it just that center double, or?
He doesn't really have anything here except the draw.
Well, I'm thinking this 2 center doubles.
Yeah, you can make this.
We just need a good opening to score if he makes a good one, right?
It's probably good. Probably at scoring.
What's that?
Seemed like good insight from
Yeah,
Tyler,
try to
right?
hang
He's
on.
skipped his whole life, so he understands, we got to give Kevin an opportunity to score with our last one.
Yeah, and he's definitely right. We're seeing that with both these teams, actually,
wondering if we
with
just play
Gunner
this,
also having
go
skipped
for
for the
the
last
flank.
little bit. Seeing things, you see things differently
if
as a
you're
skip,
playing
and
this,
sometimes different
you
being
might
at the
as well
other
try
end.
to
But
Yeah.
the way that you can see the end playing out is sometimes just a little bit different
Yeah,
because
it's
you're
either
always
that or you
having
go
to
in here.
be planning for
probably
4 and
forced to
5
come
shots
Yeah,
from now, kind of thing. So,
if he makes a good
I heard
one,
Gunner
we're
say
a
in the
little
first
pressed
end
to
or second
score.
end,
Well, he's got to be
if we do this,
pretty-
we're in trouble. If we do this, we're giving up
So he's
2.
here.
That's not
I
necessarily
don't mind same
a
shot
super
if you love
intuitive
that.
thing for every
I
curler.
don't love
That's
it.
a skip brain,
I just
for
think-
lack of a better term.
He's going here. Like, say you make the double.
Yeah.
Like, he can't do a lot with that.
Well, yeah. You might do something like that and try to,
What's that?
yeah.
Him, you mean?
What's that?
Him, you mean?
One more time.
I'm saying if you make this double, like, he can't do a lot with it.
Do you think he can like play something like this and?
No. I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah, we might be able to hang that around, eh?
I think you can.
Like
I mean, I don't think you got to get cute. Make the double, and this is half buried.
Are you worried about that jam?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
you're.
Oh wait, you're thinking.
I like normal.
Normal?
So yeah, it seems like they're happy to keep a 2-point lead here, Chelsea. They're just trying to make sure that they have a way to get one. They don't want to give Carruthers a steal here, which I like.
Yeah, that's a smart play. If you end up with
Even solid
deuce
normal.
that develops late, then great. But have to make sure you can score your one and keep that control, as I mentioned before, that 2-point lead.
Whoa. Curl, curl,
Close.
curl. Curl hard, 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 hard.
Get out.
So Tyler will make contact with both stones, but unfortunately does not get it out of the back of the house. But it is still Cooey sitting one and half buried.
Stick that chaser?
I think we played a little combo shot, but that's what I see. But normal and hit it like 2/3 low, 3/4 low.
Should drag enough?
It doesn't drag much, right? Like even nose probably. Like I just think the chaser's always a blank, unless you get a bad miss.
Yeah.
Like, and I mean I think there is. It's like it's tough. Like the chaser, not to give him the like.
No, I know it's a tough shot. But like, I'm rolling to here, right?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm okay with it if you like it.
I'm seeing it.
I don't see this being automatic.
Yeah.
If it's closer, I like it, but.
I'm seeing like just past the hack.
Okay.
It should be fairly straight.
I would agree. This will be
Okay.
gradual.
Yeah.
After the center line, I'll curl though. Yeah.
So the discussion was whether you play this chaser
just-
straight to the shot rock and try to not roll very far, or whether you play
follow his
some
red
sort of
because the
combo
rocks
with
have been
those
kinda
two
slow in the
guards.
house.
The guards are just far enough apart that it probably isn't going to drag a ton,
Yeah.
which makes it a little bit harder to
This
make.
spot
You need a
should
little
be
bit of drag.
a
So
little bit better,
the
but yeah,
Reed is really seeing this quiet waiter, so let him go with it. Try to roll this as little as possible to not leave Kevin Cooey yet another double.
Hard early. Hard. Hurry.
Connor Negevin on this right out of the hand.
Hurry, both. Hard.
Can't rack here. Can't rack here.
Get that in if you can.
And unfortunately, they do just rack. Yeah, that's been the story of the afternoon so far for Reed Carruthers, just on the wrong side of that inch, and it is Cooey lying one with the hammer.
I mean, this is best, right?
Can you roll under that at all?
Don't matter. I mean, he can roll under. He's playing the double. If I roll to there, he can't. Control.
Okay. Trying to roll like fully.
Roll about a rock.
Okay.
Solid control, trying to roll a rock or two your way.
So Kevin Cooey looking to lie two here in the fifth with the hammer.
Easy.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Whoa. Close.
Yep.
Yep. Whoa.
Whoa. Yep.
Yep. Yep. Hard.
Hard.
Hard. No roll.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Good shot.
And rolled to pretty much exactly where he wanted to. And now I guess, Chelsea, if you read the choices, how hard you want to go to give up a blank, I guess, or try to secure the blank.
Yeah, they're
Guys like
looking
that?
at
Yeah.
trying it.
Okay. I'm seeing this as like a border easy.
I don't like more weight. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like see it as a border.
What's that?
I see. Yeah, because like we want to go like a little this way.
Yeah.
I see it with boards.
Yeah. I think I'll get a little bit of curl here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a little. Show me what you're thinking for ice, and I'll.
It's like a thick half, eh?
They're playing
Yeah, it's very
for a
half
force here by
It's very
trying to make
half-
this
half
run back
off.
with like a bumper weight
Yeah.
and stick
Okay.
it buried and force
Touch
Kevin
sticks,
Cooey to
maybe, right?
draw for one.
Thick half. I'm seeing like that.
I like that.
Probably I could probably afford a bit more actually.
Okay, I like that way you had it.
Just thinking that if they give up a multiple point score here, the game's over anyway, so they may as well try this right now. There's probably nobody in curling that knows those stats better than Jason Gunlickson. So he would know how much trouble they're in if they give up a multiple point end here. Reed's chances of making this shot and getting the force are probably better than their chances of winning the game if they play any other shot. So that would be what's driving this decision.
So huge shot here for Reed Carruthers in the fifth. It's his last. Kevin Cooey counting two, needs a angle run back and stick behind the guard.
Yep.
Clean!
Whoa.
Clean!
Yep. Whoa.
Hard!
Yep.
Hard!
Yep.
Hard! Hurry!
Derek
Hard,
Samogolski
Derek!
all over
Hard,
this.
buddy, go!
Can
Get
he
more.
hold it?
Ah, fuck.
Oh, uh-oh.
More donations.
Uh-oh, Jason Gunlickson, you owe me $20. And this looks like an open hit for another three for Kevin Cooey.
Yeah, you couldn't have thrown
Crazy
it any
that
better.
we didn't kill that.
Hmm?
It's crazy we didn't kill that. I thought I was
Yeah.
heavy if anything.
Yeah, you were definitely frosty there. Like,
Oh yeah.
you got a lot of curl, and it makes sense the way. I love your throw. Like, I mean, it doesn't matter if you make it the biter.
Yeah.
It's irrelevant.
So you hear Reed and Jason talking. They really liked the throw from Reed, but just didn't quite get the result they were hoping for. And now it's an open hit for Kevin Cooey to take a commanding 4-point lead.
Clean.
Easy, easy.
Clean.
Yep. Just clean.
Just clean. Whoa.
Whoa.
And that's as easy as you like from Kevin Cooey. So it will be a 6-2 lead. When we come back with 6-end coverage here from Okotoks, we'll see if Team Carruthers can mount a comeback. You're watching Curling Live.
What do you see when you see you? Some new to you wheels, maybe? We want to help you build the credit to do it. You've got this. We've got you. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
What does 1800 tequila taste like? It tastes like victory. 1800, the world's most awarded tequila.
Gentlemen, we need to talk about your health. If you or someone you know has been diagnosed with prostate cancer, then you know it's difficult, both physically and emotionally. But remember, you are not alone. It's crucial to ask the right questions and to play an active role when discussing your options with your doctor. Gentlemen, it's time you take control of your health and ask about treatment options that are suitable for you. Go to crucialrehearsal.ca to answer a few short questions and download a personalized script to guide your next conversation with your doctor. Check it out.
DoorDash is the official on-demand delivery platform of the Toronto Blue Jays. Delicious is on deck. Get $0 delivery fees on your first order. DoorDash. Dash that. Dash that delicious with DoorDash and Boston Pizza. For a limited time, get $10 off your order of $40 or more. So you can dash that craving with some serious saving. Dash that weekend to weeknight with DoorDash.
Johan Farr landed in Calgary in 2008 to complete his Bachelor of Engineering in Biotechnology. Johan's goal was to provide the Canadian consumer with authentic German beer made from recipes far away. In 2015,
Welcome back to Okotoks. Some great shot making in this game, and yesterday we saw some great shot making as well. The shot of day one belonged to John Epping as you can see from the graphic, down 3. Playing the 8th end, needed a thin double for 3 to send it to an extra. This is close. This is close. And you'll see here, very thin double, and he makes no mistake. He would go on to steal a single point in the extra end and take the win over Ryland Kleider of Saskatchewan. That was your day 1 shot of the day here at the ATB Financial Okotoks Curling Classic in Chelsea Carey. I would dare say that maybe 1 or 2 of Kevin Cooey's shots might end up on that highlight reel tomorrow. He's had a fantastic game.
Yeah, he sure has. And again, we're never surprised to see that out of Kevin Cooey, but we had, I think, 1 slight miss in the game. He's probably throwing a solid 95 or so. So definitely came to play today, much to the chagrin of Team Carruthers, who have been a little bit on the wrong side of the inch here.
Weight's pretty close.
Really close to some good things, and just kind of haven't quite gotten those results. If Reed's last shot there curls a tiny bit less, and they make that run back and stick it, you might have seen Kevin Cooey be forced to draw for 1. But as it was, it hit it a little bit thick, rolled it into the open, and left Kevin Cooey a wide open shot for 3. And of course, he made no mistake once again.
Yeah, so 6 points on the board, 2 threes for Kevin Cooey, and he's managed to hold Carruthers to singles both times they scored, and that's obviously a good recipe for success in this game. And yeah, it's been really everybody playing well on Cooey's team as well, very consistent, and as you said, Chelsea, just not even a horrible game from Team Carruthers by any means. It maybe looks that way on the scoreboard, but just a key miss here and there, and Team Cooey's been able to make them pay.
Yeah, that's the story of the game. It's not big, egregious misses at all. It's you're a foot heavy or a half-inch high side or low side when you need to be the other one, and Team Cooey hasn't missed when they've had the opportunity very often. So that's the big thing is taking advantage of those chances when you get them, because this Carruthers team is a very good team. So in theory, you're not going to get those chances very often. You really need to be capitalizing on them, and Team Cooey has done an excellent job of that.
Now line's good.
So we see here Cooey sitting 3, Carruthers ignoring all of them, going around the corner guard, and that probably speaks to where we're at on the scoreboard and where we're at in the game.
Yeah, it's desperation time here for Reed Carruthers for sure. You probably need a 3, a 2, maybe you keep playing, but anything less than that, the game's pretty much over. So they'll be going all out for hopefully a 3 here.
Crazy, like he threw that pretty good.
That.
And of course, here on Curling Live, we'll have coverage for you all day, every day. We're just not covering the morning draw tomorrow, but other than that, we'll have every one of the remaining draws here from Okotoks. The next game we have coming up at 4 p.m. is a big clash over on the B side of the draw, B semifinal between Matt Dunstone and Tanner Horgan. So it'll be our first look on our stream as Brad Thiessen throws that one by, so maybe a nice chance for Reed Carruthers to get something going here. But yeah, we'll get our first look at the new look Matt Dunstone on the Curling live stream. It's their first event of the year, so we'll see how that new team with BJ Neufeld, Colton Lott, and Ryan Harnden works out, and we'll get another chance to see Tanner Horgan. I'm sure they'll be looking to improve on their showing on the stream they had last night, just one of those games where nothing was going right for them.
Yeah. Out-turn easy makes sense.
Yeah, they resembled this Team Carruthers game in a number of ways last night. They were close to lots of good things and just couldn't quite get the results they were looking for. So I'm sure they'll be looking to play better. They did bounce back with a win this morning to get to that game. So hopefully on a little bit of a roll for them, and it should be a great game.
Clean. Whoa, curl. Curl. Curl, little roll. Yep. Okay.
Nice shot there from Derek Samogolski.
Hack.
I love that. Over curl roll off the guard's line too.
So we'll see if Tyler Tardy can get some atonement here for Brad's miss, chasing after that one behind the corner.
Yeah, if you hit the corner guard here for Tyler Tardy, it's a really good result too. So The challenge with Brad's was that it was missed the wrong way. So this, as long as you miss this on the tight side, you hit that guard, you're pretty happy. If you make the chase, it's great.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry.
No mistake.
Yeah,
really nice touch from Tyler.
Make the chase indeed. So it continues to be Cooy lying the one without the hammer.
Kind of 14 and a half here. Freezing the... Con, yeah, 14 and a half-ish. It's like 75 then I would have moved, imagine. Okay, I'm good. I'm into it.
So 2 different times there from Jason Gunlickson. 14 and a half would be the hog-to-hog time, and 70-75 would be a split time. So for Gunner, likes to throw to those splits for the draw weight, for the kick speed. That's a very personal preference. Not everybody does it that way. Jason, a big numbers guy, the opposite of you.
Line's good.
So all the numbers for Gunner is what he's looking for.
Yeah, I'm more of a words guy.
Whoa.
Derek's rock.
Room.
Yeah, I would prefer that my teammates, when they were explaining things to me in the hack, were
Do it. Go, go, go.
using
go, go,
words, quotes from poetry, things of that nature.
Little Shakespearean sonnets while you're in the hack.
Absolutely, I would love that. To throw or not to throw? That is the question.
Really good shot there.
Very, very good shot from Gunner, showing that nice touch we were talking about earlier.
Well swept, so again, by Connor and Derek. Good judgment.
First saw is if we play it thin and just try to unlock that.
Yeah, you said they probably need 3 here, and certainly that is within the realm of possibility with how this end is shaped up so far for Team Carruthers.
I mean, you have to make that, you have to hit nothing, right?
Yeah.
Like you're coming. I mean, I guess if you kill this, it's good.
I think that's good, yeah.
But I mean, if you don't move this, it's a deuce, guaranteed. Like if you just peel that, he never does anything with this.
I think a quarter clips it, I think.
Maybe. That seems like the hardest shot.
I don't mind nose. So what's it doing there?
It's natural. I like that. I mean, I should have a shot at a double. What do you like? That's good. If you unlock this, it's real good. It's super thin.
Going thin, eh?
I'm okay with it if you like it.
Yeah, I do.
So high degree of difficulty here from Tyler Tardy. We heard Kevin say if he doesn't make this, it's a guaranteed 2. So he's just trying to thin that top yellow and then unlock the red on the other yellow that's frozen.
Yep. Hard.
Just like that.
What a great shot.
No problem.
Rolls to a freeze. That was one where Tyler was really seeing that as the thrower. So Kevin's saying, I like it if you like it. And Brad Thiessen, I think, was on board with it as well. So it wasn't Kevin's first thought, but he jumped on board with Tyler's vision, and Tyler proves him right by making it. And I didn't think you could make it as good as he just did.
No, me
and to
neither.
leave it frozen on the corner like that, that's an absolute pistol from Tyler Tardy.
Insanely good shot for sure. Yeah, that's one where you're Team Carruthers and you go,
Are you kidding me? Yeah,
are you
totally.
joking?
I was just
Come
going to say
on,
this is where the
guys.
frustration kicks in for Team Carruthers, because you're like, come on, we finally had something going.
Yeah.
And you make a shot that didn't seem possible. So beauty there from Tyler Tardy.
Absolutely fantastic. And yeah, I think it speaks to maybe some early chemistry here from Kevin and Tyler too. Like you said, Kevin really didn't like the call. He made that pretty clear to Tyler. He didn't really like it, but he trusted that Tyler liked it, and Tyler, showed him he was correct to have that faith in him. So
yeah, I think it was one of those ones for Kevin where it's, you're looking at it going, well, I love it if you make it, but if you don't, we're in trouble. So ending up acquiescing in the sense of,
nice word.
It's
that's a word I would like to hear if I was in the hack.
Where it's, Tyler is seeing it so much that he's probably going to make it. So at some point, you just have to go, okay, if you like it, I like it, let's go, and hope that that the person who is visualizing it follows through. And certainly Tyler Tardy more than did on that one. So excellent early chemistry between the two of them, I would say.
Yeah, and they're now lying 3 without the hammer, and when this is all said and done, probably going to be lying 4 without it. And we have another final just beside us, Eve Stalker. 8-2 winners over Yusuke Morizumi. Back on tour this year here in Canada, and hasn't been their best tournament so far, but Eve Stalker with the nice win.
Clean. Yep. Hard. 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 Right up.
Good sweep. Nice throw, Kev.
And Kevin Cooey does make no mistake, so it is Cooey lying 4 without the hammer here in the 6th. And in the other A final, it is also a pretty lopsided scoreboard. Colton Flash up 7-3 on Karsten Sturmey. So Brendan Botcher already through to the playoffs and looking like Colton Flash will be joining them.
Every time I've looked over at this
it's missable.
Flash Sturmey game, we talked yesterday when they were on the stream about how well Catlin and Colton both played in that game, and
Just gotta tap it 4
certainly
inches.
has continued. I've seen Colton make a couple of absolute beauties. It's not like it's wide open, they're being handed things. Team Sturmey is playing quite well and making good freezes, and Colton's just not missing anything. So their roll continues so far, and looks like they're going to be rolling right through to those playoffs.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
So this is just about all Reed has here. Just try to tap this red one back a slight amount and hope for a miss from Kevin.
Don't love your chances of that, the way Kevin's played so
makes
far,
sense.
but there's a reason why we throw all the rocks. You never know.
Okay, out of here, light. Go ahead.
Room. Line's good. Hard line.
Gotta go. Curl.
Okay.
And you hear the sigh of contempt from both Jason Gunlickson and Reed Carruthers, just
Straight.
over curling on them. And
If it hangs, we got that.
Yeah.
you said when the end started, Chelsea, they probably needed 2 or 3 here, and I think that dream is over.
Yeah, I think we might hear some Velcro right away.
Yeah, there's not really a... Kevin makes this, there's just a hit for 1, and we'll see if that's enough for Team Carruthers to call it a day.
Yep. Clean. Easy.
Well, moved it enough that Reed has a choice here. He could draw now if he wanted to.
Yeah, almost edge. Like in there.
Okay. Let's make a nice one here, buddy.
It's the same draw path that Reed's thrown a bunch. He threw it on his draw to the button to start the game. He's made it a couple times since then.
Okay.
So final stone for Reed Carruthers.
Talk to me.
Down 4.
Line's good for backing.
Needs full forefoot.
Line's great for backing. Real nice.
And he will make it.
Yeah, I think so.
And And that's that. So Kevin Cooy will be moving on to the playoffs here in Okotoks. A fantastic game from the new squad. They'll join Brendan Botcher and most likely Colton Flash here as the first teams to make it through to the playoffs. Reed Carruthers will drop down to the B final. And speaking of the B draw, we'll be back here in about 90 minutes time, 4 p.m. Alberta time, for Tanner Horgan against Matt Dunstone in a B semifinal game. It'll be our first look at the new team Dunstone. We're excited about it for Chelsea Carey. I'm John Cullen. We'll see you back here soon. Well, we're actually going to have a post-game interview with Kevin Cooey. So we'll see you after this break for that. And then we'll see you back here at 4.
Penticton, Swift.
Yeah, nice.
And then
Oh, we're coming in here. All right, John Cullen here with the winning skip, Kevin Cooey. First of all, congratulations. Great game. You guys played fantastic out there. Tell me a little bit about how the game shaped up. I mean, you're basically 100% today. You look great out here. Tell me a little bit about how things have been going in this game in particular.
yeah, it's going good. Obviously, it's our third game. We haven't had a lot of reps together, so great start. Obviously, probably the first end. Just getting the force out of it was big. Reed's a really good team when he has the lead. So when he gets up a couple, so that was big. And then obviously that first three, and like you said, we played pretty good, and they didn't really have a ton of chances.
Yeah, talk to me a little bit about how the team came together, because I think people were sort of maybe a little surprised. You got the young Tyler Tardy playing third for you. What did you see in Tyler's game that made him someone that you targeted as a potential teammate for this season?
Yeah, obviously his record of success speaks for itself. I've played him quite a bit actually too at different spiels over the past couple of years, and always been impressed. Lots of talent, and you knew things were going to be changing, I think. And for me, to have a bit of youth on the team, just kind of refreshing, and I think it'll be a good mix, and it'll be fun, to watch him. Get better and better. Pretty soon he'll be out here skipping.
He looked really good today. He made that thin double. It seemed like you didn't really necessarily want him to throw it, but he made it perfect.
Yeah, I wasn't sold on it. It was a hard shot, but at the end of the day, I was happy that he said he liked it, and with that, you gotta let him have a go at it, and he made it, better than
we thought too. We didn't even think it was possible.
If I knew he was going to make it that good, I would have said have at her.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again. You're through to the playoffs. I'm sure we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Curling Live. We'll be back here in about 90 minutes time, 4 p.m. local. Dunstone and Horgan should be a good one. For everybody here, thanks for watching. We'll see you back here soon.